YTPC, happy Sunday afternoon. Buckeye Piper here. Enjoying a bowl of Frog Morton Cellar, courtesy of my good friend Four-Eyed Piper Zach. Sent me a sample. Smoking it from my Peterson St. Patrick's Day pipe. Didn't know what pipe I'd try this out of, so I just opened a pipe cabinet and seen which pipe called to me, and it was the Peterson. I really enjoy this pipe. I don't know why I don't smoke it more than I do, but Frog Morton is fantastic. Really nice Latakia flavor with the Virginias. It's Latakia, Virginia. And you can get that hint of whiskey that they put that whiskey stave in there. Tastes really good. So tonight's it. The big finale. Series ending Game of Thrones. Season 8, Episode 6. So it's over tonight. Thought I'd come on here and talk about it a little bit before we get there, right? So it's hot as all get out today. It's in the 90s. I'm enjoying the sun and actually needing the vitamin D. So we were at the pool earlier soaking that up. Much needed. The video I filmed earlier today, my iPad actually gave me the temperature warning and tapped out on me because it was too hot. So hopefully I can get through this. We'll see. I'm not planning to keep you long for those that watch. The average watch time on my videos is 4 minutes. So usually after 4 minutes, whatever. I could say anything, right? Give away $1 million. I don't know if anybody'd see it, but anyhow, back to Game of Thrones. So I was fortunate. I resisted Game of Thrones all the years it was on. I was able to resist it. My wife finally convinced me last summer to watch it. So I was able to watch it all pretty much back to back twice. It's that good, seasons 1 through 7. And be ready for season 8 without having to wait a year and a half like some folks have had to. Season 8 depends on who you talk to. At last I seen, there was a petition out there that has gotten over 1.1 million signatures to remake season 8 Game of Thrones. It's not going to happen. But what is impressive, what I told Mrs. Buckeye, what's impressive is the fact that they got 1.1 and growing million people that were dissatisfied. That's a lot of folks. It's a lot of folks. HBO should take note of that. There's talk that the writers kind of can't write without the book as the source material. There's talk that since these two guys, I don't know their names. It's D&D is what they call them. They got picked up for Star Wars. So there's talk that the Star Wars contract's bigger, and they rushed Game of Thrones. I don't know about all that. I haven't thought this season to be terrible, but like any series, when a series ends, you have a lot to tie up, and they had a lot to tie up. And I don't even know going into tonight how they're possibly going to tie up what they have left in an hour and 20, 30 minutes. I just don't see it. But here goes Buckeye's take on what we'll see. If anybody's shocked that Daenerys has turned, and there's spoilers here, so if you haven't seen season 8, cut off now. I'll give you about 3 seconds. Okay. So for those that stuck around, if you haven't seen season 8, or if you have seen season 8, if you've seen the other seasons, this should not be a shock to you. Daenerys said she was going to do exactly what she's done, which was burn down King's Landing, destroy everything, and become the rightful heir of the Iron Throne. And I don't know that she's the rightful heir. I mean, if you watch the show, everybody would know that technically Aegon Targaryen, aka Jon Snow, is the true heir. Unless you want to believe that the Baratheon is. Robert's bastard son, who was appointed to be Lord of Stormland. And the name is escaping me now, and I don't know why. He's a main character. Gendry brother. Unless you want to believe that he's the rightful heir. So, here's Buckeye's take on what's going to happen tonight. I don't see and I'll start this by saying, if you watch my videos back further, I did predict the right way the Night King was going to get killed. I knew Arya Stark would be the one to do it. I didn't get how she would do it correct. So, I say all this to say this is just one fan's guess. It's not me reading a bunch of blogs and spewing a bunch of back stuff. This is just my personal gut feeling on what I've seen. I think Aegon Targaryen, aka Jon Snow, last week he's disenfranchised. He's done. His character was not happy and hasn't been happy anytime he's been in King's Landing or in Dragonstone or anywhere else. His character truly is happy in the North. Gut feeling says he bails and says, hell with you all. I'm going north of the old wall, to be with the free folk and to be with Tormund and Ghost and everybody. I think he's done and out. I mean, there's some folks that'll think he's going to be the one that takes the Iron Throne, and maybe he does. I could see that as well, but my gut feeling is he's a disenfranchised character. He's done with the crap, and he's going north. Where does that leave us? So Daenerys will assume the throne tonight, I'm sure. And I think she gets killed. But I don't think it's Arya that kills her. I think it's Tyrion. Tyrion Lannister that kills her. And my thought on this is Tyrion being the hand of the queen. When the Mad King was in power, I believe Tywin Lannister was hand of the king. Jaime Lannister was captain of the Kingsguard and killed the Mad King, obviously, because he was just screaming, kill them all, burn them all with the wildfire. Very, very similar to what Daenerys did last week, killing all those innocent people. Innocent in our eyes, in you know, our thought process. In her eyes, not innocent. I mean, if you think about it from her point of view, everybody in King's Landing is the enemy. They stole what was rightfully her family's and outcast her. Now, I don't condone what she did, but I understand why she did it. But going back, I think Tyrion kills her. I think Tyrion kills her for the same reason his brother Jaime killed the Mad King, and that is not to be the Kingslayer, but because it was absolutely the right thing to do for the realm. So who sits on the Iron Throne? I don't know that anybody does. We seen last week that Varys wants Aegon, aka Jon Snow, to sit, and the people love him. But I'm back to, I think he's getting the hell out of there. I don't think he wants anything to do with King's Landing, the Iron Throne, or the realm for that matter. The love of his life, was a wildling, was a free folk. His favorite uncle Benji Stark lived in the north, past the wall with the free folk, as one of the rangers for the Night's Watch. His heart's there. And I think he'll go where his heart is. Maybe he does kill Daenerys and then goes north. We shall see. But either way, he goes north. There's just no doubt in my mind that he goes north. It just makes too much sense. And that's why it won't happen, right? Because it makes too much sense. So who sits on the Iron Throne? I don't know. I don't. You could say Tyrion does. You could say Sansa comes and sits on the Iron Throne. She has no claim. Gendry Baratheon does have a claim and could rightfully sit on the Iron Throne. I think the Iron Throne goes away. I think I've said it all along. I think it goes back to 7 independent. I think there's 7 kingdoms. I may be wrong on that. But it goes back to independent rule by independent kingdoms. Either way, how do you tie this up tonight? How do you tie up Bronn's character? Where the hell's he been? How are you going to tie that up? They could tie up Daenerys and Aegon, aka Jon Snow. They'll tie those up. Tyrion will get tied up. Sansa, tough character to tie up. She's in Winterfell. She's not even near King's Landing. How are you going to tie that up in one episode? We know they're not going to cliffhang us and say, oh, guess what, suckers, we're back for season 9. I wish they would. But it's not going to happen. This is it. And I just don't, as a fan, I don't see how they tie up everything in a satisfactory manner in one episode tonight. I could be dead wrong. And we may watch this tomorrow and you all say, Buckeye, you're the dumbest butthole on the face of the earth. They did a great job. I don't see it, man. As much as I love this series, season 8, by far the lowest rated Game of Thrones season of all. Not even close. The last couple episodes have been in the 40s and 50s on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, this is a series that has had multiple episodes score 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Who knows? Who knows, man? Sum it all up. Jon ends up north with the free folk somehow. Maybe he kills Daenerys. I don't think he does. I think he just leaves. I think he's done and he's gone. Tyrion kills Daenerys. That's my prediction. Because it's the right thing to do for the realm and he knows it. And I'm a little pissed at Tyrion for turning in Varys last week, for being a kind of a snitch and letting Varys get roasted the way he did. That dude has done nothing but care about the realm. You could say that he's still got his birds out there, and Daenerys' birds will poison old girl tonight, Daenerys, and that's how she dies. She dies tonight. I just have that feeling. And the fact that I have that feeling tells me that she won't die tonight, and she'll be on the Iron Throne, and I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But, man, as I'll use the term mediocre, but I've enjoyed this season. As subpar as this season has been, it's still been a hell of a ride. It's still sitting here, one episode to go, having me out here for 15, 18 minutes, coming up with all different kind of plot twists in my head and wondering what's going to happen and cliffhanging week to week for the last 6 weeks. So even though this hasn't been the best season, it's still been a hell of a season. You got to give it to them. I do know that there are prequels. I think there is at least one right now in filming. And so the Game of Thrones franchise isn't going anywhere. It's just going to get respun. There's too many questions to answer. Another question I got for you. The Night King, what the hell's with that pattern and everything? And the Children of the Forest, are we going to find out tonight about all that? There's no way we will. Again, too many loopholes. Bran, what the hell are you going to do with his character? There's just not enough time to tie that up. To tie it up the right way. I guess you could have everybody killed like at the Red Wedding, or like Arya did in season 7 when she killed all the Freys. I guess that would tie the shit out. Excuse my language, pardon me, but that would tie the hell out of it for anybody that take them all out, start over. And yeah, we'll see. Hopefully you've had a great day. If you get a chance to watch this before tonight, drop me your thoughts. Thanks again to Four-Eyed Piper Zach, Frog Morton Cellar. Fantastic. Fantastic. First time ever with the blend, so I really appreciate it, Zach. Thought I'd bust out a special pipe on a special night. Maybe get into the Johnny Walker Gold, the special drink. We'll see where this goes. If you've all stuck with me this long, thank you. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, awesome. Let's continue the conversation even after this ends. We'll be able to talk about this series forever. Yeah, I don't know if we'll talk about it forever, but we'll be able to talk about it for a while. Hey everybody, just finishing up this video inside. So if you stuck with me through that, thank you. It was that hot outside that the iPad tapped out and said it's too hot. I got the temperature gauge and that was a wrap. So anyhow, just wanted to say goodbye and just finish it up. So we'll see what happens on Game of Thrones tonight. Should be very interesting. Looking forward to it. Should be a great wrap up to the series. You all stay blessed. Wishing you all the blessings. Be safe out there too. We'll catch you later. Have a great night.